Your Daily Bread with Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark, where he is inspiring us to maximize our potential.
Grace and peace be unto you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Good morning, people of God. I'm Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark, and welcome to Daily Bread. Take a few moments and like it and share it, and I hope y'all join us here in the chat. It's interesting as I'm excited today about continuing our book, our discussion in this book that I wrote, one of my latest books entitled Thought Engineering. Thought Engineering. You can get a copy of this book, Lulu Press, hardback copy, or just go to my website. Minister Erica had to do a little tweaking with the site yesterday, but you can go to the site and download the book digitally. Get your copy, all right? Do me a favor and like it and share it. Like it and share it as we do every day. And even before we go forward today, my God, did anybody enjoy Pastor Cedric Miller on yesterday, who fed us in our midweek Bible study talking about the cross? Boy, that man of God preached how important the cross is, why we need to have the cross as the center of our Christian experience, that the cross speaks to us of humility and sacrifice, and it helps us to understand. I love one of the points he made yesterday about the power of sin, that a lot of people, we don't understand sin, we don't understand the holiness of God, and the only thing that sort of gives us a clue as to how serious the holiness of God is the work of the cross. I mean, to pay for man's sin, a father had to kill his son. And not just a father, the Father. I mean, the cross, the cross, the cross. Thank you, Pastor Miller, for blessing us. And if you did not get a chance to hear that message, do yourself a favor. Go and listen to Wednesday night's presentation, because that message yesterday on the cross was outstanding, life-changing, and refocusing. What a very powerful refocusing word. All right. Who's on today? Who's on today? Who's on today? Good morning to those who are on. Yeah, it was a great word yesterday. It was a great word. You know, I want to talk to y'all and I got to talk at y'all some. But I love to see who's on. Good morning. My mom is on. Charlotte, North Carolina is in the house. God bless you, Pastor Kevin Simmons. Amen. And I'm just looking at others. I ain't calling everybody, but I see you. Thank you for your support. We got some people that sends us special gifts of support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. Just want to say thank you. Yeah, yesterday's message was a powerful, powerful, powerful word. Elaine, we are certainly praying for your daughter on today. Yeah, it was a great word on yesterday. Okay, let's get into it. Some of y'all should, I know y'all can enjoy. I'm not going to go over everything in the book. Some people would say, well, Bishop, there's no need for me to get the book since you're going to go through it. Well, I'm just taking little bits and pieces and going through it to give you a little insight. But today we're going to further the discussion. Yesterday, we talked about everything begins with a thought. And today I want to try to wade out of chapter 1 into chapter 2 a little bit and talk a little bit about stinking thinking, bad thinking. We have been programmed to think the wrong thing. There are a lot of people have been programmed to think the wrong thing about themselves, to think the wrong thing about finances, wealth, success, prosperity, fame. We just programmed to think wrong. And one of the things that programs us is image. Never forget that image, what's in front of you. Now, you have to be aware of the fact that companies billions of dollars to program your thinking. To program your thinking. Advertisement, TV commercials, and now just about anywhere there is some space. I remember a boxer, some famous boxer, and when he came to the ring, somebody paid him, I don't know what it was, $1 million to get a tattoo on his arm or tattoo on his back, because during the boxing match, I think they had, 30, 40 million people. And the boxer would go around every time they would show the boxer's back, he would be advertising. I don't know, I forget who it was, and I forgot what the advertisement was, but it was a brilliant marketing campaign. I guess you can go through getting the tattoo taken off of you, but you make $1 million for advertising. Why? Because people pay big money for a little banner, a little space. One of the reasons we want to get our views up. I can't wait to get 1,000 views today, because people will pay to have a little banner on our site and advertise through our site. And the site could actually make money. And maybe one day that will happen. But, hey, what did you eat last night? What are you going to eat today? What do you have a taste for right now? You would be surprised that all of the commercials that you see all the time. That's why pizza is a big consumer item, because they have so many pizza commercials. I mean, you go to a particular television station, and every 10 commercials is a pizza commercial. They say pizza, 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 and it just dominates your thought life, and you think, I want some pizza. That hot pizza. And check this out. They don't have large, overweight, out of shape people on the commercial eating pizza. They got models eating pizza. And by the time they put the pizza in their mouth and cut the commercial, they take the pizza out of their mouth, because they know it's not good for them. They know it's not so much good for them, but it's not good for the physique that they're trying to project as a model. And here we are deceived. Going to get a car. Okay, go online. You don't have to do this. It's so easy. I was online taking a look at some information, looking up information, and they'll send you all of these sites, right? You can have this information and it's free. And they just be lying. Oh, they lying. You fill out a little bit and get down the road a little bit. Okay, now you got to pay $1. Now you got to pay $2. Now, wait a minute. I thought y'all advertisement said it's free. So you got me into the site so I can get this information for free. And by the time I make 3 or 4 clicks, y'all want to charge me. Advertisement, it programs your mind. And a lot of people think the wrong thing because they have been trained and programmed to think the wrong thing. They have emotions that they shouldn't have, that they don't naturally or normally have, but that's what they've been programmed to have. I don't know if you ever come to a spot in life and somebody say, well, this happened, that happened. How does that make you feel? And your answer is, I don't know how to feel about that. It's almost like you're saying, the program have not been written from the way I'm supposed to respond to that yet. Like, I need to watch a little bit more TV. Let me see how they're portraying I should respond. And I guess that's how I'll feel. Rather than have your own feeling. Have your own feeling. You don't have to feel, you don't have to buy into this media. And, I do like a little entertainment. But I am not, you got to be careful, people that sit around and watch television all day. If you want those people that watch it all the time, you got to be careful, especially during election time. They will advertise that this is the worst person in the world. This candidate is the worst in the world. This other candidate is the best in the world. And you don't know if you're a Democrat or a Republican. You don't know who you want to vote for. You don't know how to research and get all the proper information. Do your fact checking. You just let your mind get programmed. I'm going to tell you, thought engineering has to, in this book, I raise your consciousness of reprogramming, unprogramming, and having pure feelings, raw feelings. earthly feelings, your organic feelings, to understand yourself. Everybody say you need to get this. Don't believe it. How do you feel? What do you? Everybody's wearing blue today. Well, you might have a feel to wear green today. Okay, some people think it's hot. Others says, how do you feel? Don't let society, Romans 12 talks about being squeezed into the mold. Don't let society dictate the way you feel and the way you think. Have your own thoughts. Okay? One of the subject matters I deal with muscle memory. Muscle memory. Muscle memory. The boxer, jab, 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 jab. Then he throws combinations. He will practice these combinations thousands of times. So when he's in the ring, he's in the middle of the battle, it's almost second nature to jab, 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 and then take a step and then throw a certain combination. Right? He's tired, but he has muscle memory. He's programmed his muscles and the memory. Like it almost happens on automatic. He ducks and jab, 1, 2. Okay? The guy throws a punch, he sidesteps, and he throws another combination. He's practiced this time and time again, and it's almost second nature. So when a punch is thrown, he steps aside, and automatically his body responds. Another punch is thrown, he ducks it, and automatically another combination is thrown. It's muscle memory. The baseball player, he takes 500 swings a day. 500 swings. 500 swings. Why? Because he wants to duplicate the motion. He wants to see the ball and duplicate the motion. So when he goes to the plate in a real game, hitting the ball is second nature to him. I mean, they're striking out a lot, but I'm telling you, they got muscle memory and their body is just trained to respond and react automatically. Throwing the ball, catching the ball, running, tackling, all of that is muscle memory. The same thing happens in your mental capacity. Same thing. Same thing. This is why a lot of people are not successful, because as soon as one door closes in their mind, they think, okay, it ain't going to happen. They don't know how to press through. They haven't trained themselves. They do not have mental toughness. How about when we put too much weight into somebody else's opinion? What do you think about this? I think it's ugly. Oh, you think it's ugly? Oh boy, it must be ugly. Well, how do you think it is? What do you think? We have empowered too many people around us. And we find ourselves on a program, all right? Thought Engineering is the name of the book. I want y'all to navigate on your screen and buy the book. Get the book. Go to my bookstore, go to bishopclark.org and get the book. And right here, before I take a break, I want to give y'all some information, and that is about what is it called? My tree. Minister Erica, we were meeting and going over it. Just trying to get all our people the proper information about what is it called? My tree link. Tree link? What is it called? My tree link. Link tree. Thank you. It's called my link tree. Why? Because now that we're virtual, we're digital, what is the best thing that we can do to help to help this ministry grow and flourish? And now we're launching and activating. We've got these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have those accounts, but I haven't really been using them. So now we're activating them. So every day there's going to be something on Twitter, something on TikTok, something on Instagram, as well as the Facebook and the YouTube Daily Bread. So there's going to be some kind of promotional, some kind of advertisement, some kind of invite, getting them to come into this format. And you all can help us. Wow. How? Help us by liking it, help us by sharing it, and then help us by directing people towards our link tree. Okay, Minister Erica, Pastor Lenore, would y'all put up my link tree? What is that all about? Okay, put that information up for me. Link tree. What is that? You just click on it and it will direct you to everything I'm on. So you will see a link for Facebook, a link for YouTube, a link for Instagram, a link for Twitter, a link for TikTok. Everything I'm on, it'll be just a little directory there, so people that are involved with one of the platforms or the other could easily go there. Okay, I just wanted to give y'all that today before we go to break. Y'all keep it locked. We are going to be right back. It's hashtag Bishop Clark. Okay, thank you. Get a copy of Thought Engineering at the Bacchus store. Linktree. Thank you, Elaine, for writing that in. And Minister Erica, would you put that in the chat area? What is the link to my link tree? Okay, very good. All right, y'all keep it locked. I'm going to take a quick break and be right back.
Ministry must take place where you are, so stay plugged into our online system. We have 8 a.m. prayer Monday through Friday, daily bread at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, Wednesday midweek Bible study at 7 p.m., and our online Sunday morning worship service at 10 a.m.
Join us for prayer Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. John 15:7 says, "If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you." The phone number to join us is 712-775-8968. The PIN code is 304282.
Join us for our Wednesday night Bible study where Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark is teaching the Word.
You are now enjoying Our Daily Bread. And if you would like to support this ministry, there are ways that you can give. You can phone the church, use our Cash App, you can text to give, use PayPal, or Givelify.
Get your daily bread Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. with Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark. Subscribe to our YouTube page and like us on Facebook.
All right, I'm back. Bishop Clark here again, conversing with you about thought engineering. I don't know if we're having any technical difficulties today, but y'all press through. It's technology. It is what it is. Good stuff in this book. You really want to get this book. I just got up this morning, was playing it and letting the book read to me again. Every day, I'm telling you, it does it for me. It motivates me and keeps me focused. One of the things I got into in this book is the ideal of poor thinking habits and how companies spend millions, even billions of dollars to program your life. You know, what you eat, what you wear, where you're going to go, what event you're going to go to, and how you're going to spend your money. One of the most dangerous things is to have an incomplete thought. You know, it's the ideal of a man and a woman getting together and they're sexually intimate, but they don't think through that, she's going to get pregnant. And then she's pregnant, but they don't think through that the baby's going to need a place to live. Or then they don't think through where the child's going to go to school. Or they don't think through, is the child going to go to college? They just don't think. It's not a complete thought. It happens quite often. It's on the phone this morning with Pastor Javar Richardson, who experienced death in his family. And he expressed his frustration, like me, when people die And they live like they didn't ever think they would die. Why? Because there's no money to bury you, no money to, and it's a mess. And so the whole family's called on to put together $17. You got $17, you got $12, you got $5. It's a mess. Y'all know how that go. It's just not an incomplete thought. You will pass, you will expire, and it's going to take some money to bury you or cremate you or whatever. There are a lot of people who are moving more towards cremation, and that's fine. People ask me all the time, Bishop, how does God feel about cremation? Well, from dust thou art and dust thou shalt return. Either it can take you 70 years to turn back into dust or 7 minutes. Your body is your body, and it comes from the ground. It's going to go back to the ground, and your spirit is what lives on. And that's why in a funeral, I don't spend much time. I don't even think I ever look at a body. Not one time. I remember my grandmother had an open casket, and I never looked into the casket. I love Mother Thomas, but I want to remember her alive. I don't want a memory in my brain of her deceased. I just remember her alive. And so the whole idea of cremation, I don't have a problem with. Put a nice picture up. Remember me alive, not dead. But somebody had an incomplete thought. In Luke chapter 14, verse 28, Jesus says, what man gets ready to build a house and doesn't first sit down and count up the cost to see if he has enough to finish? What Jesus is suggesting in the text is when you begin to go into a relationship, think it all the way through. You go into a business, think it all the way through. You go into whatever it is, some event that you're going to put on, you got to think it all the way through, because one of the worst things that could happen is it's a disaster and you say, I never thought of that. Man, I never thought of that. Well, you should. But what Jesus said is you got to sit down and count up the cost. You do your best thinking sitting down. Don't forget that. You will do your best. Sometimes you do have to think on your feet, but you will do your best thinking from a peaceful and restful position. You're going to decorate your house and stuff. Go get your chair. Get you a comfortable chair. Everybody need a nice chair to sit in. Why? Because you will do your best thinking from a seated position where you have rest and you're comfortable. You really want to think? Turn the television off. Turn the telephone off. You really want to think? Get in some quiet space. Do a little meditation. Close your eyes. Go into deep thought. I'm telling you, you can think. There's a book entitled Think and Grow Rich. And it's very true. There are a lot of people, they don't have time to think. That book will bless you real good. This book will bless you real good. Okay, in chapter 2, just open it up just a little bit. Y'all should get into it and read this whole book. But I deal with foresight, hindsight, and insight. Okay? If there's anybody writing anything down, if you want a thought to remember, here it is. People are one of God's greatest commodities. Never forget that. That even when you go to school, you learn from people. And 3 of the most advantageous postures to have is foresight, insight, or hindsight and insight. Foresight, no, it's foresight, hindsight, and insight. Okay, foresight is what's coming. Okay, let's have a little foresight about the next hour. I got a meeting at 12 o'clock. So I'll be done in the next 5 minutes here with the show, and I got a couple things to do in that hour and a half before I get to my meeting. I know how long it takes me. That's foresight. It takes this long to get this. I'm having foresight about it. Okay, after that, I got to do this. I got a whole plan. So that's foresight. Now, if we fast forward the day 5 hours, I might say, or I will have hindsight. And the statement is, hindsight is always 2020. So I could have looked back at my day and say, man, I had to go over on this side of town. I should have thought through when I got on this side of town to pick this up or to do this business over here so I don't have to come back. Let's say that's the scenario. And you're already over somewhere and you forgot to take care of this business. Why? Because you didn't think it through. But hindsight is 2020. Now, insight comes from actually in the midst of what you're dealing with. Listen, you do not have to have an experience. Experience is one of the greatest teachers, but you don't have to have the experience to learn from the experience. Somebody else's experience can give you foresight. Sometimes we're just so proud and pig-headed. We don't read. We don't talk to people. Hey, how many of us as parents want to just pop our children upside the head and say, you don't listen. I've already been through this. I done made some of the same mistakes that you're making right now. Listen to me. You don't have to have, well, no, let me live my own life. Let me experience it myself. All the time, that attitude is not right. It's not good. Why? Because you're going to waste money, you're going to waste time, and you could possibly even change the trajectory of your life. But if you would get some foresight, you can get that from your mama. You can get it from your dad. You can get it from your older siblings. You can get it from reading a book. Life, whether you know it or not, everybody's life is a book. And I don't just watch people who are successful. I watch people who are failures. I learn from them too. I probably learn more from people who botch stuff up. And God has given me wisdom. He that lacks wisdom, the book of James says, let him ask of God. He gives liberally to all men. Well, God has given me wisdom. But I've discovered that one of the ways that I have wisdom is through counseling or through listening. In my line of ministry, in my ministry, I counsel. I used to counsel a whole lot, but hear a lot of scenarios and hear a lot of people's problems and challenge, and it would give me wisdom. I mean, I don't just have the wisdom of the experience of 35 years of my marriage, but I got the wisdom of the experience of everybody I talk to who is married or divorced. I get wisdom from their experience. My God, it gives me foresight. And a lot of times when they come through it, then they can give you a vision from their hindsight. Now, you usually get your insight from your hindsight because you didn't have foresight. But wisdom and sitting down, thinking, can help you just have a great day, have a great month, have a great life. You didn't think that all the way through. Okay? Hey, I'm going to leave you with that. Yeah, just about out of time. I'm going to leave you with that and encourage you one more time. Go to the website. Get this book. It will bless you. It'll bless you real good. Thought Engineering. I want to thank those that tuned in on last night and those that sowed. Thank God for those that have supported us with this transition. You all know I've been raising funds towards the equipment that we need. We have an order going out today. Some of the equipment is being ordered today because people are giving. But there's a lot more that we need. We want to ask you, ma'am, sir, to sow. I thank God I got a correspondence yesterday. One of the members said, Bishop, I don't have $500, but I'm going to take a few weeks and I'll pay it. I'm going to pay $100, $200, whatever the case may be. I'm calling for a special offering, people of God, a $5 offering. There's somebody that can pray over the $1,000 seed, the $2,500 seed, or even the 5,000 seed. Pray about it and then release it as the Holy Spirit leads and directs you. In addition to that, amen, your $5 gift, $10, $20, whatever you have to sow, even on today. Say, Bishop, I gave my midweek sacrifice last night, and but you know what? I got $10. Here, let me sow this today. I got $5. I got $20. Sow it today. Sow it today. You will be surprised that as you get out of your old giving patterns where you just give on Sunday and just give on Wednesday, when you say, you know what, here it is Thursday, I'm going to sow today. You will find out that harvest comes again and again and again and again as every seed brings forth a harvest. Thank you, people of God. We love you, love you, love you. And either share it or give me 25 push-ups. Share it or give me 25 push-ups. Make sure you remember that people are one of God's greatest commodities. When people go to school, they learn from people. So having a conversation with people, it'll give you foresight, hindsight, insight, so you could make good decisions. But if you can't do that, you can sit yourself down and think. Before you plan out your day, before you spend the money, think. All right? I love you so much. Love you so much. Navigate and release your seed, and we will see you all on tomorrow. Until then, peace to the family.
Thank you for tuning in for the Daily Bread with Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark. Remember to like us on Facebook, YouTube, and share the word with your family and friends. Thank you for tuning in for the Daily Bread with Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark.